As a corporate leader, you have to know how to manage people effectively. Your inability or ability to do this is gonna seriously impact your ability to move up the corporate ladder if that's what your aspirations are. If your aspirations aren't to move up to the corporate ladder, it still makes success tremendously easy. Some of the reasons why corporate leaders have so many problems is they don't have blueprints, they don't have tactics and strategies, and that's what I'm gonna be sharing with you. Because even if you don't wanna move up the corporate ladder, hey, who doesn't want an easier workplace environment, right? When everyone's on the same page, everyone's held accountable, it makes it a lot easier to manage and actually have a good time at work. So think back before we get started to maybe an ineffective leader you've had throughout your career. How was the culture of the company? How was it working for that person? These are things you need to remember as you take into these key roles. After serving 22 years in the US Army, getting my MBA from a top school, and investing hundreds of thousands of dollars to work with the best people in leadership right now, I'm excited to share this information with you. So we're gonna get into 6 tips to effectively manage people to make your life tremendously easier, number 1, and number 2, make success easy so you continue to climb that corporate ladder. And hey, if you don't know me, my name is Tim Madden. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Executive Career Upgrades. Here at Exec Upgrades, we help professionals get the job, keep the job, and be successful at the job. And very exciting news this year, we're adding more corporate products. After being a headhunter for so long, we are actually providing those same services so we can help build and scale your team through either bringing great people into your organization or training those professionals on some things like this to make this tremendously easier. So hey, you want information on that, do me a favor, email me over at tim@execupgrades.com and smash that subscribe button below. Let's get started. Number 1, before anything, we have to talk about the most important thing that no one hardly ever talks about in any interview, and it's the most vital. It's crazy, it's ludicrous. If you want to manage people effectively, they have to be bought in to the mission, the vision, and values of your company. This is something that no one talks about during the interview process. I would challenge you right now, do you even know what the mission of your company is? What about the values? What about the vision? One of the things I learned while serving in the military is how important this was to build a good culture and build buy-in from people so you can actually create that good working environment. In the military, they do a great job letting you know why you're doing things, the mission, right? So if like the mission is to go do this thing or these things, the military leaders are really good at, hey, now let's tell you why this is so important. The mission and the why. Most companies don't do that. Hey, do this, don't ask any questions, go do that right now. And then they wonder why they have all this pushback and they have these high performers leave and they have turnover in their department. So number 1, your team has to know the mission. Here at Executive Career Upgrades, all the team knows, hey, what we're trying to do by 2031, who we're trying to impact, there's no question. And that's along with the vision. The mission is, hey, what is our mission? The vision is, hey, where are we going and what's it gonna take to get there? How many salespeople do you need to do $4 billion? How many lives you want to impact? I'm not sure what it is for your organization, but what is the vision? Where are you going and who do you need to get there? And the values, what does the company stand for? Does it stand for commitment? Does it stand for discipline? Does it stand for integrity? Most people think of values of a good thing to put up on a board. That's why I was very fortunate in the military. Every time we did push-ups in basic training, right? Well, what did we say? Leadership, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, personal courage. Hey, why do you think I know that? Many years after I got out of the military. Because I did a lot of push-ups to them, okay? They're just instilled in my brain. So there's no denying, I knew what the military stood for, I knew the mission, and I knew the long-term vision. Do your people know that? If not, you're not gonna be able to get them excited, right? It's gonna be a compound of effects. So number 1, if you haven't already done this, instill this into your team immediately. Number 2, personal, professional, and financial goals. This is something we do after professionals have been with us for 90 days, because think about this. I want people to win on my team. I want people that work for our organization, I want them to be able to achieve some of their financial targets, to achieve some of their professional targets, and maybe help them out in their personal life as well. A lot of people would think, hey, that's not appropriate. If people can't achieve their goals while working for you, they should not work with you, right? If someone in your organization wants to make $200,000 and you know that that is just not happening inside the next 12 months, that's unrealistic. If someone wants to work for private equity, and that's one of their short-term professional goals, why would they work here? We are not a private equity company. So we instill this typically in our interview process a little bit, and then after 90 days, we figure out what those things are. People care when you care about them. When you don't care about them, they're not gonna care. So with that being said, I'd highly recommend, after someone's been with you 90 days, have a 15-minute conversation. Hey, Alex, just wanted to check in. You know, it's important for us to stay focused on your goals. I want to make sure that you are thriving, you are hitting some of your targets, right? So maybe talk to them about some professional goals that they have at the organization, some financial targets they have, some personal goals. When you show people that you care, they will work harder for you and they'll be more bought in and they'll be more culturally integrated. And think about this, you have to know what motivates your people. Not everyone is motivated by money. Not everyone's motivated by extra vacation. Not everyone's motivated by a certificate of achievement. You have to find out what motivates your people, and by asking some of these questions, you will know. Number 3, you have to set the example. You need to do as you do so others can do as you do. Okay? If I'm consistently not doing all the things I need to do, skipping out on work, not responding to emails, missing all of the deadlines, how can I hold my team accountable? If I'm coming into work with the hangover, how am I gonna talk to someone else coming into work with the hangover? So think about that. In the military, we were really big on this as well, right? You have to set an example for your people to follow. And if you have ineffective communication, if you're continually pushing meetings, if you're consistently showing up in like a ratty t-shirt with your camera not on Zoom, what do you think your team's gonna do? So hey, I recommend right now pausing this video, go look at yourself in the mirror. Hey, am I the leader that I should be for my team? Hey, let me know in the comments what you come up with. Number 4, you have to empower and delegate. It's impossible to grow a business unit, impossible to grow a company unless you empower people, right? There's some leaders out there that just want to do everything and their team gets frustrated. You understand that typically your team wants to work. They want to figure things out as well. And if you don't empower or effectively delegate to your team, they're never gonna be able to grow. You are, if you don't know this or not, you are the lid of your business unit or your organization right now. People can't go above your lid. Okay? So if you can never empower and delegate, that lid's never gonna be raised. You're not gonna be able to create other leaders, and the organization's gonna suffer. You're never gonna rise to these higher ranks to get the job and money that you deserve. But with that, number 5, we have a saying in the military, hey, I trust you, but verify, okay? Trust but verify. You know, I was a field artillery officer, so it's very important. We were shooting, you know, a 777 howitzer 20 miles, a bullet 20 miles landing around troops that were in combat to protect them. This is very serious. So we have multiple checks during this line because we're sending live ammunition close to troops. So we have a computer operator who's verifying, me, another person who's verifying, and I'm the last verification saying, fire, right? So hey, I trust you, but I'm verifying with my map, and lives were at stake then. So for instance, it's okay to tell someone, hey, I need this project done by Friday, verify. Right, maybe on Wednesday, verify, hey, you should be 50% done. Or hey, we have to kick out this presentation to the client and I need it done by this time. Hey, verify that it's done by that time before it's kicked out to the client. Get some eyes on it. So every business unit is different, right? You want to give people the autonomy to be creative, to do different things, because that's going to empower them, if you will. But you're the leader. There needs to be a verification process, because if something goes wrong, guess whose fault it always is, regardless of who did what, etc. on your team. It's your fault. So hey, trust but verify. Number 6, regular check-ins with your team. I do a 15-minute every week minimum with each person. That's what I typically do. You need to have regular check-ins with your team. And it's not just to have a meeting to have a meeting. That's why most people get frustrated. That's a whole nother video, right? Structured meetings. Hey, 5 minutes personal, 5 minutes professional, 5 minutes, hey, how are you on your targets? A lot of leaders don't want to meet with their team. That's going to be a problem. So when we're talking about, there's so many different leadership tactics and strategies, communication strategies that you need to know, but I wanted to compile the top 6 that I believe are the most impactful. So let's recap. Mission, vision, values. If they're not bought into the mission, none of these things matter. Number 2, personal, professional, financial goals. If they can't reach their goals at your organization, why should they work there? Number 3, be the example for other people that they can follow. Number 4, empower and delegate. And number 5, but with that being said, trust but verify. And number 6, do regular check-ins with your people. Hey, in closing, we just started doing leadership workshops, mindset workshop. So if you know your team needs this, do me a favor, email me over at tim@execupgrades.com. Maybe we can put something together special for you so that you can continue, right, to make success easy for your team. Until next time, hey, smash that subscribe button below. Have a great day.